Hey Scorpio, and welcome to your reading. I'm the Urban Seer, so welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before. So in today's reading, we're going to be looking at the month of December for you, and we're going to explore the overall energies at the start of the month, followed by insights into your work, finances, love life, what challenges you can expect throughout the month, and what blessings you can expect throughout the month. And then we'll end the reading looking at where you find yourself as the month wraps up. If you do enjoy this reading, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you'll be notified for any future readings that I do. I also go live 3 times a week, so Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays. It would be great to have you there to join our tarot community. Just bring your questions and receive a free live reading. If you'd like a personal private reading, please do click on the link to my Shopify store in the description box below. I've got a variety of readings there. But let's dive in, Scorpio, to your December reading now. Okay, Scorpio, so let's start off with your Oracle card. This is from the Urban Crow Oracle deck, and it really just kickstarts the reading and gives us an overview and sets the tone. And we have the card Scavenge. And what first comes to mind when I see this and the energy surrounding it is actually you making the most of everything that you have. I think Scorpios naturally are very good at that. You have a lot of perseverance and determination. Just naturally in your sort of soul contract, that's what you bring. Scorpios have that intensity, have that passion. Couple of messages here. So Scavenge, I feel like the first is that you will absolutely capitalize and make the most on everything that comes your way this month of December. Not passing up any opportunity. And this can also be advice and guidance as well. So if you question that sometimes, if something that comes your way doesn't line up maybe with exactly what you want, or doesn't seem to have the potential that you hope something would have, Spirit is saying, encouraging you to actually lean into that tendency of yours, and yes, do capitalize and make the most of every opportunity that comes your way, because who knows what can come from it. Big things, everything comes from a small seed in a way, doesn't it, if we think of it that way. So don't overlook anything, don't pass anything over. It can also, this comes with the message as well about being mindful not to have a lack mindset, to remain in a place of gratitude, and see these what may appear as scraps as actually seeds and opportunities. But the main message here, I do feel like that you're already geared that way to make the most of it. So continue to do that and lean into it this month of December. Who knows what can come from what may appear to be a small thing can grow. An acorn grows into an oak. Leads us into the tarot of how you come in entering December, Scorpio, and we have the Three of Voices, which again almost talks about this. Maybe you've experienced some setbacks with your goals. So Scorpio, whatever's on your mind at the moment, what's your focus? Scorpio always has a focus, yeah, always driving forward. There's something in particular. So when I say that, what comes to mind? What is your current goal, desire? What is driving you forward at the moment? Where are you heading? There's been some setbacks with this. I feel like it could have caused tears. There has been tears, there has been angst. People may have let you down, circumstances may have let you down, and it might feel at times like that you're just being given scraps. But in the month of December, there is some healing that is able to happen and to begin. Almost like I'm getting this sense of that the worst is behind you, and there is going to be a shift in the energies. I do see this throughout the cards as well. You are going to be leaving this more painful period behind, Scorpio, and getting some closure and recovering, because you are so determined and focused. You know, people can't really keep you down for long. But there has been some painful setbacks, some anguish happening here, some sadness. Like I say, people, places, things could have let you down and hurt you. This is where you find yourself maybe entering in December, but I also feel like in this transition, some healing can begin and the energy is shifting into something more positive for you. This is the month where the healing can begin. Specifically focused on work. So for some of you, this obviously can be in the area of career, but whatever work is to you, if it's family orientated, if it's in part of a company, if it's your own business, you know, take what resonates. Home can be your place of work. It's where we connect with the material world, where we show up every day and put our efforts and energy into, okay, where we have to check in. And we have the Queen of Voices. And this is this is you, Scorpio, getting very clear and getting clarity on your situation, shifting into, I believe, after this setback, after someone has let you down or a situation hasn't worked out how you'd hoped in this area. I do feel like someone has let you down, and you really having an aha moment about your situation that you find yourself in, and reassessing and redirecting your decision making because of this, and moving into that very tough energy, that very no nonsense energy that the Queen of Voices brings. Okay, she doesn't suffer fools gladly, the Queen of Voices, and Scorpio has a very similar energy. This is ruled by the element of air, but it does actually have, Queen of Voices does have very similar qualities to Scorpio, in the sense that they can be very sharp with their words. Okay, if you cross a Scorpio, you will get the sharp end of their tongue and you will know about it, and not in a dramatic way, not in a big show of a way, but they'll just, on a one-to-one, they'll cut you down to size. Yeah, and that's the energy that you're bringing in the workplace. And I feel like this will actually be careful not to go too into this harsher energy, because Scorpio sometimes can shift into, the communication can get really harsh. Yeah, so try to be measured with that, Scorpio. But ultimately, this is where you need to be in the workplace, because you're quite defended now. You have the measure of someone, you have the measure of the situation, and this is going to inform your next steps. and you will be shifting into a queen energy as well, so you will feel more empowered and you will feel more in control. Your communication is going to be direct, you're going to be speaking your truth, and you have the measure of the situation or someone. We then move into finances. We have a major arcana, so big shifts around this, potentially with the Hierophant. I feel like you are making progress and will continue to make progress. The Hierophant is all about needing to follow the rule book. So make sure that you have all your T's crossed and I's dotted in order to receive the financial growth that you're owed, Scorpio, okay? I believe that you're putting a lot of work and a lot of effort into trying to grow your finances, and you are making headway. We see these lanterns here that I believe sort of represent tracking your progress. There's a strong aura here that you're giving off, which is, it's full of beautiful hues of purple and pink, which there's a real vibrancy here. And I keep getting this feeling of a sense of growth in this area. So if you haven't seen this already, you can expect to. If it's already arrived, continue to keep doing what you're doing, which is, like I say, following the rule book. So keep showing up with, make sure that you're tracking your finances. So if you're saving, if you're keeping if you're self-employed, say, like keeping a record of exactly what's coming in and exactly what's going out. If you're part of a company, being mindful of, sort of in a way tracking your hours, or if there's any commission owed here, that kind of thing, that everything that you've got, everything covered in the paperwork. And then I see it coming through, and you continue to take that approach of almost like a formal approach. We know that you have to kind of take the route of A, B, C, D at the moment to progress. There's no skipping of steps, but it's this consistent, genuine growth that is happening. And with it being a major arcana, this feels significant. Yes, that this is leading to bigger and bigger improvements in financial growth. But at the moment, the guidance is, and at the month of December, to get the financial reward that you deserve, Scorpio, just make sure that all that paperwork is in order. Don't overlook anything or assume that anything is done or will be okay, that you could get tripped up on. Follow the rule book so you don't get caught out. We then move on to the placement of love and romance, and we have the beautiful energy of the Page of Emotions. This is really positive card to see. This is, for those who are single, this is a new love offering coming through to you. Look how this person's heart is opening. There is a gateway here to a different world, really, a different, moving into a connection with someone that puts you in a very different place to where you're at now. So if that's something that you've wanted, that is on its way to you this month of December. For those of you in a connection, I see a continuing and deepening of this connection, it going smoothly. Page of Emotions is about emotional fulfillment as well. It has a very gentle energy, a sensitivity to it. There's a real loving energy. So if you're in a connection, if you've had difficulties, you can expect them to ease in the month of December. There's this warm, sort of fuzzy love feeling that I'm getting from this card. Handle with care as well. So there's like almost a gentle approach to this, allowing things to organically unfold. So going on dates, so you just find yourself in a sort of romantic spot, that kind of energy, having these magic moments that just sort of crop up, and be mindful to enjoy them, and keep your heart open, allow those moments, embrace them. And when you enjoy the small moments, yeah, the magic moments. If you're in separation with someone, if you've got a specific person on your mind, you can expect positive movement in this area as well, moving closer to a reconciliation. I like to bring in the Hidden Truth Oracle at this point with the placement of love. This is messages directly from your person. So if you've got a specific person in mind, if you're in a connection or in separation, whatever applies to your situation, Scorpio, this is messages from them for the month of December. Let's see what comes through. The timing just wasn't right for us. So that can be divine timing, that maybe that's why you've had difficulties and challenges for some of you, and then maybe feeling differently about that now. Maybe the timing with this page of emotions coming through, that's changing. And the timing does feel right now. You were the best thing in my life. Beautiful. Again, those lovey-dovey feelings that are coming through strong this month of December, Scorpio. Finding out the truth crushed me. Okay, so for some of you that had some kind of setback or challenge in the connection, they're still healing from this. This is still affecting them, your person. You know, maybe that the truth was that they let you down in some way, and then they came to that realization and that crushed them. Or maybe there's been some kind of mistake or error on your part and they found out and that crushed them. But ultimately, with this page of emotions and these other messages, you were the best thing in my lifetime just isn't right. I believe that you are moving together and towards each other this month of December. Some reconciliation is happening, or if you're in a connection, things are beginning to ease and overcome challenges. This open heart, all this beautiful red. There is a transition happening this month into easier and more softer, gentler energy for you, Scorpio, which is lovely to see. What a beautiful balm after these kind of much more tougher energies that we have here, yeah? Let's move on to the challenges that you can expect throughout December. We have the Eight of Inspiration. And this is the challenge here. So Eight of Inspiration is very fast moving energy, okay? Things moving quickly. Really having to be on the ball, things moving fast. So after maybe a period of stagnation in certain areas, after this Three of Voices setback, moving into this Queen of Voices energy of you getting clear and clarity and knowing how to move forward. This is that forward movement. Look, more kind of similar energy to this Queen of Voices here, of this scorpionic determination. The train is on the track and it's moving fast. Now the challenge of this is just to be mindful really not to burn yourself out, Scorpio. So not to become too obsessive, not to get, you know, have some downtime as well. Don't get completely swept up in this. Try to have that downtime. Rest is just as important as action. I feel like after a period of sort of frustration and stagnation that you know, you're so kind of ready for this movement that you'll just jump on it and go with it so fast, but then it's like you could get carried away with that. So just be mindful to have some downtime. Yeah, we don't want you to burn out. You'll still get to where you need to be. Ride that wave, but don't become obsessive. The blessings, we have the Nine of Inspiration. This is you standing your ground. This is the blessings that you're going to receive from setting, again, sort of setting this boundary of that, what that Queen of Voices has done back here in the placement of work. The benefits that I think you'll receive by setting strong boundaries, by saying no to certain people, certain situations, and saying, look, this is what I need, this is what I want. If this is going to work, this has to be in place. Look how strong she is. She's empowered. She's fired up. I feel like that you'll get your inspiration and spark back, Scorpio, that may have been missing, because you've had to go through this process of reassessing people and that have let you down. And this is you with a new perspective, and by having these boundaries, Scorpio, you will really benefit from that. You'll feel, I feel, more like yourself, back to your old self. You'll have more energy, more physical energy. You'll feel more inspired. It's going to have this quite far-reaching effect just by standing your ground and setting this boundary. It's going to illuminate you inside once again, which maybe has been missing, because you've been feeling sort of down on your situation and down on yourself. Ultimately, because of that, it's obviously dimmed your light and took your spark, and this is the return of that in December, really beginning to glow again. And enjoy maybe the festive period for some of you as well, being able to, you know, just kind of go out and socialize and having the energy and the time to do that again, and kind of just feeling good about yourself and getting back out there. I see Scorpios, you know, are such good fun socially. You really know how to have a good time, and that kind of coming back for you. And then we end the month here with the Two of Materials. Again, needing to stay centered and balanced in this busy time. That movement continues right up until the end of December, may spill over into the beginning of January as well, a very busy period, but it's a happy period. It's a, you feel again more inspired, like this person is in a good mood, they're busy, but they are happy. You've got a lot on, but you feel back in control, and you feel back to being yourself more. Just be mindful, again, similar to this, like not to take on too much, to do what you can to remain centered as well, this card. So whilst this person is juggling everything that's going on, do those things that keep you centered, that carving some time out for yourself if possible, meditating, prayer, going to the gym, exercise, whatever it is for you that keeps you grounded, having some me time, having some self-care time. Ensure to keep that going, because this will continue, enable you to keep turning the wheels and not burn out and not kind of spin off or feel overwhelmed by this really busy period that you're in, Scorpio. And final messages that we end with a major arcana, which is the Fool card. And the Fool card is all about taking risks and having a leap of faith. I feel like because you'll be, since making this decision of making this, I keep going back to this Queen of Swords because I feel like this is really the energy that you're bringing into December, and that this is kind of where the turning point happens, in that you getting kind of tougher and clearer about a situation, and how this really frees up so much for you and moves the energy again. And then this is a continuation with the Fool of about taking risks, riding that wave, and taking a leap of faith. We see this person heading to take a leap of faith off a cliff. And in order to expand your situation, Scorpio, this feels like the next stage, the next level. Once you've got everything moving, this action, this forward motion and this focus that has been lacking but will come into play in December, what leads on from this busy period, from this focus, is expansion for you. And it may take you facing some fears, Scorpio, taking a leap of faith, trusting your gut, and kind of pushing the boundaries a bit of outside your comfort zone and not just sticking with what's safe. So looking into different areas and different options of where you would like to expand in some ways, be this in ambitions, at work, with money, with finances, other revenue streams. It could be in relationships, about deepening a connection and taking some emotional risks as well. It doesn't have to be physical, it doesn't have to be sort of to do with the material world, as in action orientated risk taking, or of course calculated risk here. It could be emotional risks. So where do you want expansion? Where do you want growth? This is as we close out the month of what comes into play for you, Scorpio. After the energies shift, you've got that forward motion, then comes up the question for you, Scorpio: what's next? Where Scorpio never lets up with pushing, with ambitions, with desires. So here's another opportunity where you find yourself where again some risk taking is needed in order to grow and keep expanding, because that's what I feel like you want. So ask yourself, what is that area where you want to grow in? Is it emotional risk taking? Is it, looking at other jobs, looking at other financial revenue streams coming in, some kind of expansion? So Scorpio, interesting month, exciting energies, ultimately in a very positive change, to shifting you back on track and in the right direction. I hope this reading did resonate with you. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up and leave any comments down below. It's always great to get feedback from you. Please be sure to subscribe so you're notified for any future videos, and also it'd be great to see you on one of my lives, or if you'd like a private reading, link is in the description box below. But wishing you all the best for the month of December. Love and light, Scorpio.